Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, I want to talk a little bit about those of you who may be struggling with daylight savings time. I know you feel a little worn, you feel like you're not catching up. Well, we have some tips. I'm here with Danielle Pashko.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This is that time of year where our bodies kind of take over and our minds are kind of left in the backside and we're wondering how do we catch up again. Do you have any tips?
Well, we're kind of coming out of this winter hangover, and we're used to having less light. Maybe we're not exercising as much, we're not getting as much sunlight, and now we're losing an hour's sleep. So we're just starting to adjust. And some good things that we can do are making sure that we take advantage of having that extra sunlight, getting outside, having the sun hit our eyes. First thing in the morning, that helps to set our circadian rhythms. It wakes us up, it helps us to sleep better. Also, staying really hydrated. That's something that people don't necessarily do, but it's really important for energy, for our cells, for detoxification. Really good nutrition. I love herbs, movement, of course. There's so many things we can do, and they're free.
Excellent. I think that part of it is that we feel like we should know how this is going to feel, right? It happens to us every year. It's like clockwork. However, our bodies are still kind of feeling a little sluggish. Are there
Yeah.
any energy tips?
Yes, so definitely, like I said, staying hydrated, really good nutrition. We want to eat really good in terms of fresh fruits and vegetables, things from nature, not boxed or bagged. We know that processed foods are not good, but not only because they may be high in sugar and fat and things like that, but they're not giving us the energy that we need. And I like to think of our bodies as energetic. So, really good quality nutrition. Also, herbs are very good. I'm very into Ayurveda, which comes from ancient Indian wisdom. And when we think about our stress levels, which can affect and zap our energy, I really happen to like herbs like ashwagandha that are very good for the nervous system. And there's a new technology now called quantum Ayurveda, where you can have these type of uh, Ayurvedic herbs that are energetically tuned, and green space herbs is one of the pioneers doing this right now. Also, movement, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga. I know these are new practices for some people, but these will also really get your energy up.
You read my mind. I was thinking, wow, I can't believe she's, going to go into yoga and things like that, which in some people's mind, they think, okay, I'm already too tired. I'm already too worn out. I don't know that I could add any physical activity in. But you're saying, no, no, no. There are certain things that you could do that could assist.
Well, that's why going outside first thing in the morning, that's going to set you up to have some energy to move. So for me, I go out, I have a dog, which makes it really easy. So I go out first thing in the morning and I get that sun in my eyes with my dog. Then I start to stretch. I do things like body tapping. So tapping, waking up the organs, stretching, yoga. And then I eat something really nutritious, and then I also take my herbs. So that really helps to lift my energy, and I think these practices really make a difference.
In terms of making a difference, you say that you could feel the difference fairly quickly, which is huge for a lot of people. Tell me a little bit about that.
So even just doing a practice, like let's say you're outside and you're stretching or you're in nature, taking your shoes off and connecting to the earth and doing grounding is very good for you. And this is something that you may feel right away because there's a science called electrophysiology where the electrons from the earth actually go into your body. They help to bring down inflammation, they lower cortisol. And if you're stretching at the same time, you can finish doing that after about a half an hour and say, you know what, I feel a little calmer, my brain feels a little better, and it can be kind of in a short period of time. So these practices don't have to be a month. You don't have to start feeling it a month after you start bringing them into your life.
Well, then I can't let you go without giving us a website. Is there a place where we can kind of check in, get some more tips, once we notice the changes in our bodies?
Yes, they could visit my website, which is Soulhacker.com, soulhakker.com. I talk a lot about nutrition. I have free videos that you can do movement. And also, if you're into herbs, Ayurveda, greenspaceherbs.com is also very good for using adaptogenic herbs and ancient nutrition.
Thank you so much for making time for us here in Atlanta. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys, I know. Every time it happens every year, you feel a little sluggish and you're wondering why your body doesn't catch up. Well, there are some tips. There are some things that you could do to make it all a little bit easier to get through. Please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn more, and stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.